In the southern reaches of California's San Joaquin Valley lies a city of 300,000 people, just 100 miles north of liberal Los Angeles and 300 miles south of ultra-liberal San Francisco. That city is Bakersfield, a very red community in a very blue state. Bakersfield, where Republican governor candidate Arnold Schwarzenegger won 62% of the vote in a race against 134 other candidates. Bakersfield, where the local state university has a Republican club but no active Democrat club. Bakersfield, where Republicans are so numerous they form up into factions and engage in some enthusiastic battles against each other. But not everyone in Bakersfield is a conservative. It just seems that way. In the face of all this overwhelming conservatism, a small but enthusiastic group of people gathers each Friday evening at one of the busiest street corners in Bakersfield to oppose the war in Iraq in particular and support things liberal in general. Loosely known as Peace Bakersfield, the individuals in the group advocate a variety of causes. While on most Friday nights, a dozen or more hardy, motivated souls gather on the corner of Stockdale Highway and California Avenue, the group has, at times, numbered more than 100. This is the story of Peace Corner, Bakersfield, USA.
We've been out here for 3.5 years, since before 2003, before the shock and awe, before the attack on Iraq, before we destroyed a nation. This is like October 13th, 2006, and we've been out here for 3 years. That's at this street corner or other street corners in Bakersfield. And we decided at the beginning, we had to decide, well, how long will we be out here? And we said, well, until we're back, till we're out of Iraq.
We've been around to different corners, protesting pretty much every Friday ever since August of 2002. So that's over 4 years now.
Came out here not to change people's views or anything, because I think that you can't change people, that easily. But I decided to come out here because I wanted to let other people see that there are people that are against the war, and that people in Bakersfield are very conservative, and there might be other people that feel the way I do but are afraid to come out and demonstrate or not know that there are people that feel the way they do. And so I come out here just let people know that there are liberal people or people that have other viewpoints than the majority of people in Bakersfield.
Because I want to inform other people about the tragedy of 9/11 and how our government is using 3,000 people's lives to advocate going into foreign countries who have done nothing against us, like Iraq and Afghanistan, while countries like North Korea threaten to nuke us every week in the newspaper, countries like China threaten to nuke us about every week, and yet nothing happens to them, but we go after some pushover in the Middle East just because they have more oil and because they might not be under the globalist control. And I'm here because I want to expose 9/11, because government-sponsored terrorism is their excuse for going into these countries. It's their excuse for taking our freedoms away.
I'm a peace activist here in Bakersfield. I originally got involved with the animal rights movement because I've always loved animals. I'm a vegan. I've done a lot of demonstrations with PETA. I've gone to many conferences for animal rights. And in the course of doing this, I met some other animal rights activists who were demonstrating out at the corner of California and Stockdale every Friday, and so I started to join them. And so that's why I'm now also a peace activist. not only because these are my good friends, but of course I abhor violence in any form, not only against animals, but against people, obviously. And I think the war in Iraq is one of the most egregious examples of pointless destruction of human life in modern history.
It's the basis of the golden rule. It's the basis of everything when you get right down to it. It's the basis of making people treat each other fairly. If you don't have equality, they're not going to treat each other fairly. So I firmly believe that we're not going to have peace until we make it a tip at treating other people fairly or equally, with equal rights.
One of our goals here is to keep a constant pressure on keeping in the news what's going on in Iraq, that it's wrong, that lies were told, that it was based on reasons other than what we were told. And then people come, some people don't come here every week. I don't come here every week, I try to, but a lot of people come every now and then. A lot of people come more recently or later. We've had as many as 123 out here at the corner, and it's all totally grassroots. We've been getting some publicity. I know, like last night, I was actually at today's news on KNZR local station. They had 2 minutes to talk about those hippies at the corner. I thought that was kind of good. Peace hippies. I don't mind being called a peace hippie. When the president gave his last speech, the presidential address, we were here at the corner, and we got some good press on that because we're doing it everywhere across the nation. So McDonald's actually turned our lights off in the parking lot, so we wouldn't, when the camera people came to try to I don't know what they were trying to do, but I think there's some kind of message there. Hey, bro.